This is Shar, aka Shar27 or Charmander27 on Instagram, or Cheyenne Horselove on YouTube. Man, I have a lot of nicknames, but you guys can just call me Shar if you want. So today what I'm going to be doing is I will be blending. So what I'm blending is the horse's body, because as you can see, the top part, that's very nicely blended, right? And same with this part. But then when you come down here, like right here, and over here, and over here, and this leg, it's not as nicely blended. So I'm going to be talking about how to blend with colored pencils. Now, usually what I use is Prismacolor pencils. That's what I use for the grass and the fence. But for some reason I couldn't find all of my browns in my pencil set. So I wound up using like Crayola or Colorific. But as you can see, they work perfectly fine just as long as you have a bunch of different shades of the same color. For example, brown, light brown, tan, etc. I also use the colors yellow, orange from Crayola, and also light orange from Crayola to do the lighting. And so, yeah, so now I will start off with the light brown. Now, what I did first was I went from lighter to darker, and I did all the light highlights first. So like the light colors right here and right here, wherever the light glints off the body, right? So you start off with that, and first I used the light orange, and then I used the yellow orange. And so then next what I used was like a tan color, a light tan, this color. And then afterwards I used light brown, and then I used normal brown for the darker highlights. Now what I'm doing, since I'm trying to blend the darker highlights with the body, I'm going to use the light brown color, which is the majority color I use on the body, and I'm just going to go over all the darker parts with it. Alright, so now that you're done with that, I'm actually going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to warn you, do not press down extremely hard with the lighter brown color. The reason why is because if you press down really hard, you will cover up the darker highlights. And you technically do not want that, you just want to blend. And you always want to leave room to do more. So, for example, if you want the darker highlights to be darker, then since I use brown, I would go over it again in brown, and this time it gives it more of a smoother coat and a smoother coloring, sort of, because you mixed in the lighter color with it. So now it just is smoothing everything out. There's still some rough spots, like that line right here. Now the problem with this line is that I kind of messed up. So I am going to try to blend that a little bit more into the drawing. If you notice that the spot is too dark, then you go over it with the lighter colors. If you notice that the spot is too light, then you go over it with darker colors until it blends in. And then, yeah, there you go. And here's how the horse looks when I'm done blending. As you can see, everything looks a lot softer and a lot less rigid.
Kiss me,